Good morning, hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A, and today I thought I'd do my July favorites and flops. And there were a little bit of both this month. We had some really interesting products I tried out, and I have a little comparison for you based on EmilyNoel's reaction to mascara. And anyway, so let me have a sip of coffee here. First thing I want to talk about is Estee Lauder Double Wear Light. And I bought this from the Nordstrom sale because they're having this huge sale. Of course, as you know, everybody's been doing their Nordstrom haul videos, and I'm not a real Nordstrom fan. I know that sounds weird, but some of their makeup, yeah. I was told that the Double Wear Light was for people who had dry skin, and all I found was that it went right into my lines and it accentuated any dry patches I had. I mean, it initially went on really nice and looked pretty, but when I got real close up, I could see like that mangy looking lace that you can get on your nose. So the Double Wear Light was a fail for me. And it was, you know, kind of expensive, but I mean, I did use I had a note, you know, the $20 note thing and all that, so it was a fail. I tried both versions of the Born This Way concealer, the large Sculpting concealer and then the smaller regular Born This Way concealer from Too Faced. I actually prefer the original smaller one to the Sculpting one. I think the Sculpting one can look a little bit, they can get into the lines and you get those little cracks that looks like the desert cracks right in this area here. So, and I could not contour with the darker shades of this. I did return that because it was ridiculous. I mean, I think I had Chestnut was the dark, it was like the third darkest shade, and I could not contour with it. It just was too red, too orangey. And I found other people have been saying that as well. If they're going to have a contouring concealer, they really need to go darker and more gray, I think, with their tones. But, you know, I'm not the one who designed it. So the regular Born This Way, if you have dry skin, a lot of wrinkles underneath, this worked really well. I mean, it's an excellent concealer. This one, it's okay, but again, you have to really moisturize under here before you use it because you do get the little cracks underneath. I still think it's better than Tarte Shape Tape, so that was that. A big fail. This is the Superstay from Maybelline, the cover stick. On one side you get the cover stick, and I got a good shade. It's supposed to be a touch-up stick, so if you are out on the go, this very handy stick in your purse, you can come out and you can, you know, touch up here and there. With me, it would be my red chin. It was just a hot mess, and it didn't last. It was actually a little bit greasy, and it did accentuate the dry patches. Again, this was terrible. This was one of the worst stick foundation type of things I've tried, and I have dry skin, older skin, and because I'm on the phone and I drink coffee and stuff, maybe the coffee cup's leaning against there, this area goes really red by mid-afternoon. So when I tried to use this to touch up, it was just greasy. It was, and you could see all my pores. I mean, this was a hot mess on Maybelline Color Stay multi-use foundation stick. And this color, I think it was one of their general, they have all their colors are fairly uniform. 112. This is a neutral. Natural Ivory was the color. I was watching Laura Shake Up Makeup, and I get a lot of really good tips from her. She was using this. This is the Milk Color Eye Pencil, Fat Eye Pencil from NYX, and she uses it as her eye base. So you swipe it a few times and then you blend it in, and it makes a great eye base. Well, I had used this years ago when it first came out, trying to do it that way, and because I didn't have a good skincare routine or whatever, it didn't look good on me at all. But I just tried it recently, and it actually works really well. I have it underneath my eye makeup now. It brightens the area. If you have a lot of darkness and discoloration, this works really well. So thank you, Laura, and I will link her channel below. But it's the Milk number 604, this color, and it makes a great eye base for eyeshadows. They go on true color over the top of this. For blushes, I tried a few new blushes this month and I'm very pleased. This one surprised me the most. This is the Paradise Enchanted blush from L'Oreal, and the color is called Fantastica. And it looked a little orange in the pan, and with this you get a nice mirror. I did not see any kind of application device with it, like a sponge or a brush or anything. I don't know if somebody ripped it off, but I'm pretty sure I opened this from scratch. It hadn't been opened. It looks a little bit orangey, corally orange on there, but it actually pulls pinker than it looks in the pan. So I'm just going to show you here how it looks. And I'm wearing it today, but you can see it pulls a little bit pink, and I have it on, so you know, you can see that it's a little bit pinker. I don't know if it's going to do that. I have a lot of other makeup on, so alright. But I really like this. I think it's a beautiful color, and it's not too shiny or shimmery or anything, but that's the Paradise. Now these are the ones, I think they smell like peach. They're supposed to smell like peach. Let me just take a whiff. Yeah, there is a little light essence of like peach candy, or you know, canned peaches when you open them. That smell, that's there. It is there. It's not strong, it's not bad. I mean, I didn't even remember it actually. So that is a really nice, pretty blush, and I really like that color. I'm a warm tone, medium light skinned gal. So this is a very pretty, becoming color. I was watching Ellen Leary, I think is her name. She's a makeup artist, and she's a fair-skinned blonde person, and I watch a lot of fair-skinned blonde people because the coloring's similar, and what it looks like on them is kind of what it will probably look like on me, give or take about 20 years worth of aging. So she was talking about this brand from Sweden, and it's called EDUN, pronounced Eden, E-D-E-N, but it's I-D-U-N. And this blush is just gorgeous. This is the Havtorn is the color. And it's just beautiful. I've been wearing it a lot this month, and it is summertime. It's very pigmented. It lasts all day. It's so pretty, and it's very similar actually to the Paradise one. Now that I'm looking at them side by side, the Paradise is slightly cooler and darker, but this is just a gorgeous blush, and the packaging is beautiful. You have to get it on the EDUN site, I-D-U-N. Alright, somebody has to explain to me the glory of these kind of things. These are those Geo dots from e.l.f., and they're supposed to be kind of a rip-off of the ones from Guerlain. You can see you've got these like different colored dots, and you're supposed to take your brush and run it around the dots and then put it over your skin, and it's supposed to give you a color balancing sheen that's pretty. Well, if you look closely in here, there's yellow dots in there, and it looks like I have like kidney problems. It looks, you know, jaundice. It's really awful. And then I'm thinking, well, maybe I could take out those yellow dots and just use the rest, but it's still a shiny hot mess. Those of you who like this, why do you like it? Tell me if I'm using it wrong. I don't know. The only thing I thought would work with this one is if I took the yellow dots out and then, you know, put my big brush in and did like kind of a décolleté thing, because then I'd have that little shimmery décolleté thing going on, or the shoulders. So if you've tried these e.l.f. Geo dots or whatever they are, let me know what you think of them and how you use them, because I couldn't figure out a good way to use these. And I mean, they were inexpensive. It was nice to try them, but yeah, and I certainly would not invest in the Guerlain ones if these work like this on me. I mean, and everybody said they were a dupe for it. I'm like, well, why would you pay a lot of money for this? And maybe it's because I'm 60. You know, there's like this, it's a skin thing. I don't know, but But I did like from e.l.f., I did like this. This is the Perfect Finish HD powder. This is the pressed powder. Now I have used their loose powder for quite a while. I didn't get a mirror with that. I do like this very much. It when you are patting it in, especially under your eyes, it holds everything in place and it's colorless, and I do like the colorless part of it. So I think out of the two I prefer the loose because it seemed to me that it was more of an airbrush look with the loose, but I do like this pressed. It's very convenient, not as messy. You know how you can get things all over the place. Oh, sip of coffee. I was going to try these two. I haven't tried them before. This is from Wet n Wild. This is the Make a Glow Hello Halo. This is a liquid highlight, and I do have this on today. And it is a little bit chromy, highlighty. It pulls very kind of pinky cool. So it's not really my color shade that I like, but I mean, it's very, I have it on this side. It is very effective. You can build it up to really look like, see it from space, kind of chrome line, but I think it's very pretty. I think I would try probably a warmer color, and I thought this would be because it looks so champagne-y, but you know, if you turn it, you can see it does get kind of a bluish purpley tone. With that in mind, this is the W7 Strobe Glow. And this is a very warm tone. I have this on the other side, and I did like this. This reminds me a lot of the Essence Nude, except this is a cream stick form, and it's awfully convenient to use. I do like this very much, and I would compare it with the Essence Nude, the flat one. This one. They're very similar on the skin. Also, I've been getting a real kick out of this one, and it's a surprise because it's such unusual colors in here. This is the Maybelline Lemonade Craze palette. I don't think it smells like lemonade. No, it doesn't smell like anything. There's no mirror with it, but it's got some great colors, and I'm wearing a lot of them today. I'm wearing the yellow, which is kind of an interesting color. It doesn't pull as bright on the lid. I'll just put it right here. It's kind of more of a muted look when you have it on. Let me put it on the other side so I'm not mismatched for the rest of the day. We're gonna go see Mamma Mia today. I'm just loving this color here. It's called Sugar Coated, and it's this beautiful kind of rusty shimmer color, and it looks so pretty on. My goodness. I'm really loving it. I've been using that yellow and this and a little of this orange as kind of a 10 and 2 kind of spot here, right in here, and it warms up the eye. And I had this on the other day, and somebody had commented and said, "What is your eye makeup look? Can you do a GRWM with the look you have?" And it was actually mostly this palette I used for that. That was the cooking one when I was using that pressure cooker thing. Boy, all I could look at with my how much weight I've gained in the last year. Oh my God. Well, anyway, we're working on that. We're working on that. So this is the Lemonade Craze palette, and 2 thumbs up on this. This was such a surprise because I would never normally be attracted to these colors, and they're a lot of fun. Now the staying power isn't as great as, like, you know, the higher end Bizzy Arts or Natasha Denona or anything like that. So if you do use these, you definitely do need to put a primer underneath, and I like to spray, close my eyes and spray a setting spray over the top, and it'll last that way. It does wear off quicker than other eyeshadows, but geez, what fun this was to work with. Now I did a video dedicated to this brand, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I did like the Thrive Causemetics brand a lot. And I think a lot of, there's a nice mirror here, but I think a lot of the colors and the products in Thrive Causemetics are for people who are trying to look healthy again, look like a healthier version of themselves when they're going through some bad times. It's also for people who aren't sick. So this is a great palette. It's a great base palette. You've got your base color, your crease color, and you've got a warm or cool crease color. You've got a darker color for the corners, or a real dark color for lining or the corners. You've got a black here, and then you've got this pretty shimmer, which you can dress it up. You know, you can make it look more for evening or, you know, dressy. So, I mean, this is a great basic palette. I'm absolutely thrilled with it. I think the Thrive Cosmetic line in general, they are coming up with foundations, I believe. That's their next move. They've got some great products, some really high quality products, and there's a few of them in here. So it was a favorite for this month. And this is the Warm and Neutrals palette. I was looking for a really nice golden green color because I wanted to have a green shimmer. I was looking through my collection and I don't have a golden green, and this is the L'Oreal, and this works really beautifully. It's a nice shimmer. Let me just put it there over the top of 6 other shades. It's a pretty warm green shimmer. It's just to complete my collection, so I have all the colors I wanted. So that was kind of nice. I hadn't tried these in quite a while. I mean, I hadn't been buying L'Oreal for years, so I just started buying them again. They are working on a synthetic skin in their labs that will replace animal testing. So I'm giving them credit for that. So I did buy this, and I think it's a very pretty color, and this is called Golden Emerald. So it kind of is what it says. I was really impressed with these two palettes from the Hush website, and they're both a little bit similar, but there was a pack of 4. There were some bright colors, some kind of cool colors, and then there were these two, and I just loved this. This is the After Dark palette from Bad Habit, and Bad Habit has some wonderful high quality eye palettes. There is a mirror here, and then this is your autumn, you know, late summer to autumn palette for sure. It's got a matte shade here. You've got kind of, you know, some transition shades, some dark corner shades, some shimmers, some oranges and rust colors, and then the After Hours palette, which was one of the 4. This one has more of the rusty magenta mahoganies and pinks and warm pinks. So I thought this was just a really pretty, the combination of these two is my favorite in the Bad Habit collection, and they're not expensive. They run around $10 to $15 each, so they were very, very pleasant surprise. One palette I've had a lot of change of heart on is the Kat Von D Anniversary palette. It has a couple of distinct colors in there, and I'm keeping it in the collection, I think, just for those. But in general, I'm not finding it functional enough. There is missing from here is a nice medium matte crease color, and so I have to dip into another palette for that. And then this royal blue and this turquoisey bright green and the purple and this lighter blue are kind of the only colors I'm using from this palette. And then, you know, I am using the whitish color, but it's more of a, it turns. It's kind of not a complete white, and the dark brown, but there's just not enough base eye in here. It's just very, very colorful. But I think there's like 4 or 5 colors maybe tops that I like in this palette, so it actually is disappointing. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. For eyeliners, I have 2. One is from Thrive, and it's a very similar color to the other one. That's kind of interesting. This is from Thrive. Once you put this on, you can smear it to smudge it. You can make it a shadow, an eyeliner. You can smudge it. You've got about 25 seconds before it's on there, and it's solid. On the other end, you do have a smudge brush if you want to smudge it with a brush, and then if you pull that out, you actually have a sharpener underneath. So it's kind of a 3-in-1 product. I tend to not use the smudgers that are on the eyeliners though, but I do like this. It has a very nice point to it. There's a lot of product in there. and it's a pretty dark green color. And they have a very good assortment. The people who have the black one really love it. Also, I was in, I think it was TJ Maxx, and they had these. These are the PIXI. I think this is Khaki, and this is a very similar color. This is a beautiful, warm-toned mid-shade green. And I love PIXI silk eyeliners. Absolutely wonderful. I have a couple of other colors from them. For brow products, the new one I tried, of course, was from Thrive, and this is an award-winning product. And again, when you buy anything from Thrive, they will donate a similar product to a woman in need, either through a shelter or through a cancer program. They donate an item for item. They will donate it to that, and I just think that's just amazing. This is a very neutral mid-tone blonde shade. Works really well. Spoolie on the other end. This is a great product. I think Thrive makes excellent products. They're high quality. The packaging is luxurious. You pay a little bit more, but I think you're doing that because they are donating a like-minded product to the programs that they're partnering with. For lippies, I have three. My new favorite lippy, and this is my new favorite color, is this Softsilver Red from Revlon. This is the color I'm wearing today. And I'm just loving it. I think it's beautiful. It's just a slightly shimmery, I don't know if red is really the color. I don't see, it doesn't seem to be pulling red. I mean, the color is more of a, I don't know, what color would you think that is? It's kind of a muted red. And I really like it. I think it's my favorite of the Revlon shades that I have so far. And Revlon lustrous lipsticks are just absolutely wonderful, and they generations will stand by these. Also, Thrive Causemetics. This color is called Bizzy, and this is a beautiful lipstick. They have a magnetized case, slightly darker and cooler tone than what I have on now. This is beautiful. I love their lipsticks. And then you've got the, you know, the magnetized case. So, very, very pretty. You do have a mirror on the end cap, so you can put your lipstick on, you know, with the mirrored cap. It was very clever packaging. I didn't mention that when I was reviewing these to begin with. But the color is Bizzy from Thrive Causemetics, and they definitely are. I know you see them all over the time, like on Facebook. They're very annoying with their ads coming up and everything, but I tell you, they're just, it's such a nice company with perfect ethics. I mean, this is the kind, they're vegan, cruelty-free, they are high quality, and the products look fabulous on. So I do recommend Thrive Causemetics. Almost everything I bought from them is great. I mean, it's in my top list. So what else did we get here? I found this at TJ Maxx. It was Milkshake from Too Faced. This is a lip plumping gloss, and it looks really nice over most everything. It's really, I want to say, it's colorless. It just kind of brings a little bit of oomph and shine to a lipstick. So if you've got one of those mattes on and it looks really dull, put something like this over the top of it and you'll be happy with it, because it brings out the best in matte lipsticks. So I want to talk about this. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions mascara from Thrive. This worked really well, gives you big old honking lashes. It's a heavy container too. You really feel like you're using something of quality. It is a rubber bristle brush. It does give you big, separated, beautiful lashes. I do like it. It's one of my top 3 mascaras this year. So I want to go into the mascara wars, and you know, you can watch 6 people on YouTube, and they'll give you 6 different mascaras they say are the absolute best. So it's one of those things like foundation. It's really a lot to do with genetics, with your personal interest, with your application method, with the shape of your lashes, the length of your lashes. And if you curl your lashes with a curling lash curler. You hold it in and you curl them and they curl up. Then you paint the mascara on. A lot of people are very picky about making sure that it stays curled up, and some mascaras seem to hold it up better than others. And to me, it's not a big factor. I just like to have nice big lashes that last all day and they don't leave little dings on my upper lid. And I actually don't like too much of a curl because it'll leave a ding. I have a hooded eye, and if you have a hooded eye, you don't really care about curls so much because it just leaves dings on your lid. So I think that's a huge difference between EmilyNoel 83 and I. She is a wonderful YouTuber. She's been around for quite a while. I respect her reviews and I am subscribed to her and I like her. She's very good about details of formulations and things, and she's very picky about mascara. And one of the things she complains about with mascara is that it doesn't hold the curl. To me, that doesn't matter. And if everything else is working with a mascara except that, I'm still thinking it's a good mascara. So she dissed my favorite, which is the Milk Mascara, Kush Mascara, which we made fun of, you know, the Kush thing. One love. I love this mascara and I think it works really well. It's a little bit wet formula, it's a little messy, but I tell you, once you get that on there, you get these big, beautiful lashes. And I have, side by side, I have Milk Mascara on this side and I have Lash Paradise on this side. This is her favorite of all time, is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. And I want to show you there's a difference here. Let me get real close. So you can see the Milk side is much bigger than the Lash Paradise side. And I used equal amounts of each. Now there's a new kit in town, and this is the Lash Paradise Mascara Primer Base, and it's in a pink color, millennial pink or something it's called. This is a lash primer that I actually like. Most primers I don't like because they are full of little fibers that get pushed all around, but this is a liquid-based primer. So the premise is you put this primer on, and then while it's still kind of wet, you then put the mascara on over the top. And that's okay. I understand that if you want really full, thick, fibery lashes, it's hard to get that formulation in the tube. It really is. If you have a two-part system, it actually works better than one. It's kind of like lip liner and lipstick all in one. It's kind of better to do them as two separate things rather than one thing. So I agree with the fact that the lash primer is an addition, and it does really kick up the volume. But on this side, it kicked up the volume a lot more with my Milk Mascara than her Lash Paradise. So I'm going to say Lash Paradise is a good mascara. It doesn't leave dings on my eyes. But Milk is better. As far as I'm concerned, Milk makes a bigger lash and it lasts a really long time. This one makes a smaller lash and it's more defined, and I don't care that this holds the curl better or not. I think that this side looks better as far as the lash goes. So I've just kind of hold my ground here and say that Milk Kush Mascara is better than Lash Paradise. So there. So I'm working on a few things. I have ordered the new Beauty Blender foundation called Bounce, which is kind of an interesting name. I had seen the teaser video from Beauty Blender saying they've got something new coming, 32 shades. Oh gee, what could that be with a Beauty Blender sponge? So I should be getting that sometime next week, and I will do a full report on that, as well as a few other items. And I will do a non-beauty related video for June and July. I didn't get to it this month. We had a close friend of the family passed away. We had a huge family picnic, and then we had a bunch of other stuff, and I've been very busy at my new job, so I hadn't been able to film as often. Hope you enjoyed the cooking video. I'm really curious if that's something you want me to expand upon and do more cooking type videos. I love to cook, I love to bake, and I have my mom's recipe file from her classic recipes from 50s and 60s and 70s She went to school in the 1930s where it was like serious business to learn how to cook, and they learned a lot of secrets and tricks that she passed on to me. And I feel that the food from that era is just outstanding. I mean, it's not the healthiest for you, but it's outstanding in taste and texture and looks and everything else. And I'm not talking about the aspic with salmon. I'm talking about like brownies and chocolate chip cookies and things like that. So if you're more interested in cooking, please let me know, because I really want you to be happy with my channel and where it goes. And I hope that if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, that you will push that subscribe button and hit that little bell so that you get notified the next time I upload a video. I always appreciate your time. I know it's very precious here on YouTube with so much competition for your time. Thank you for spending time with me. Have a wonderful week and have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles.